So, my chest itches first of all, because I have dry skin all the fucking time, but, I feel like a mess. I think I feel like a mess for, like, numerous reasons. One of them is because my room's also kind of a mess. Another one is I decided to spend things I didn't have on things that I thought were going to be something, essentially, like, I decided to do a Beanie Babies 2.0 thing where I have spent a ridiculous amount of money on cards that I have not opened. And, like, the idea is that you buy them now when they're MSRP or whatever, and then you wait for a number of years and they become financially viable. And you make all your money back. Now, it's very possible that that happens. I think today I watched a video of a guy talking about how sets 10 years ago were now going for like $1,000 on eBay, or $1,800 or whatever. And then I bought like 9 more little like packs from that same set, but I did not buy the $1,000 ones. Don't worry. The person was selling them for like $4 each, and I was like, you know what, $50, that's not too bad. And I got a $10 discount, so it was going to be $60, and then it got brought back down to $50. So that's whatever, right? So I bought them. I need to stop. So what I did is I'm unsubscribed from all the channels. Shut up. And so I no longer will get the videos about the cards. And anyway, I'm somewhat holding out hope still that like the cards that I've gotten so far are going to appreciate in value at some point, and I think that they will. I think the cards that I've gotten and invested in are ones that people will want in the future, but for now I need to stop actually doing this and kind of just not do it, because the bad thing about it is I started taking out credit for it, which is even worse because you're not supposed to do that. What is it? There's like a financial thing. It's like a saying where like if you can't buy it twice, don't buy it once type thing. So I did not follow that rule. But I need to do that. Essentially it's kind of like gambling in a way, where like you buy cards, you open them and you see what you get, and if you get a card that's worth a lot, and you can sell it and essentially make your money back from whatever you bought. An example would be, there are 2 cards that I'm thinking of. One of them is like $500 resale if you get it graded 10. That's another thing. You have to get the cards graded. And if they get graded a certain number, 1 through 10, then they're definitely worth the highest price on eBay, versus like if they're near mint or whatever, then it's like, it's not as much, but I don't know. So yeah, that's also a huge, so you're like gambling twice in one thing. You're gambling one that you're going to get a good number, and then you're gambling twice that you're going to get the card that you want. Very dumb thing. Dumb. Will I ever stop doing it? I will try to stop doing it until at least next May. I think I want to do this as a kind of side hobby. I don't want to like completely abandon it just because I'm doing bad with it now. I want to just kind of have it around for like, I don't know, when I'm really old and like they don't make them anymore. Scarcity is a big thing. It's essentially, it's like housing. Like you buy things, housing becomes scarce, and then all the prices go up and all this other shit. So it's like that. So I'm kind of hoping that kind of happens with some of the sets that I've bought. I think it will. Yeah, and I think the idea, essentially I would be hoping that the chase cards that people are after in these sets that they no longer make are going to be something that is extremely valuable. So like they'll be gambling on the set essentially. But anyway, that's one thing. So I need to fix that. I got another job, so that's good. I'm very happy about that. I've been looking for a job since I came to Philadelphia, but that has been like null and void since I got here. Theoretically, I have a job. I work for the university, but it's not. You only get 20 hours a week, and I love the job. I love the people I work with, but I want a job where I can start saving money too. And like with this 20-hour-a-week job, I can't really save money because I'm already bad with it in a way already. So it's like that money that I do get from that job, from this job currently, like it goes towards rent, which is fine. But it's also just like, you know, dumb. But yeah, so I got another job. It also pays weekly, $13.50 an hour. I'm gonna be working weekends. Try to work all the weekends. Try to get all the hours. I think that's the one thing I like about Philadelphia. Is like from what I've seen, all the jobs pay weekly. Now maybe this is a national thing that's happening now, but if I were a politician, I would be banking on not banking, but promoting that all jobs should be paying people weekly. Especially if you're not paying them $15 an hour. That should definitely be weekly. Even if you do pay them 15, it should be weekly. But I do think that a weekly paycheck helps out a lot of people. Especially with the idea that like you worked that week, so where's your money? Should you really have to wait a whole nother week to get your money? Like, it's dumb. Because also with the other side of it, it's like if you do have a career, like you don't really need to get paid every week because the money that you're getting paid is enough to last you, theoretically, enough to last you until you get paid the next time, if that makes sense. But obviously not everyone's going to go to college. Not everyone can afford to go to college, so it's not like you're always going to get a salary. Now, you don't need to go to college to get a salary, but, you know. Here's another thing. It's very awkward. So people say I'm scary to talk to or some way. Now, in some ways it's a little goofy because I feel as though I've kind of had this same feeling about other people I've met throughout my life of like they've been kind of scary to talk to. And like if I call it out, it's like mean or something. Like I guess what I'm talking about is more of a gendered way. Like there was a woman I knew who seemingly always had resting bitch face, and so looking at her or even wanting to talk to her was like a chore for me because it was like, bitch, are you mad? Like what is wrong with you? And 9 times out of 10 she kind of was, but I can't read. I've realized that I cannot read or really understand or parse through whether or not someone is upset, angry, or if that's just how they look. Now, I think I just look a certain way. Like, I don't know. I just look. I don't know if that makes sense. There's an old Family Guy joke about how, like, black people don't smile. And it's kind of true. And I would say I don't really like openly smile unless someone smiles at me. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't make like personally. I just don't get how you can. I don't know. Like an example today would be like I ran into somebody who is in my class who. I don't know. Last year we were like okay with each other, right? And then this year I can't tell if like something happened or what, but like he doesn't smile. I saw him today and like he kind of looked at me but then like quickly looked away and I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't. Now granted it's also like 8 or something in the morning and like it's not everyone's happy or whatever, but from my point of view I feel like if you're what is it? If you know somebody, normally, from what I've seen, people like smile at them or whatever, like engage in some sort of communicative way. But that did not happen. It was just, I don't know, it's kind of awkward and weird and off-putting. It was just like, what the fuck? And I didn't really make an attempt to, like, talk to this person. There was a point, oh fuck, there was a point in which, I'm walking behind this person, and we're going up kind of to the same place. And, like, he opens the door, like, he kind of leaves it open for me, but, like, doesn't look back. And I don't know if this is, like, I don't know, usually, it's just me, but I feel like you usually look back at somebody when you're opening the door, but I can't tell if I'm retarded or what, but it's like, I don't know, maybe I really can't tell, but I didn't go through the door. I was actually just going to go to the elevator, which is what I did, so I was like, I don't want to walk behind you, but anyway, people think I'm mean, or look mean, or whatever, which, I don't know, is, I don't know, it's weird. Look mean, I would say, I'm not, like, overtly happy. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know how should I look then. I feel like feels a little, I was gonna say some, reminiscent of, like, when people would tell women to smile or something. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, I'm not, like, the happiest person currently, so it's, like, I'm not gonna smile all the time, but there are, like, some people who I know who, like, smile at me and wave, and, like, I smile and wave back, and, like, other people, like, don't do it. I'm like, you don't have to do it, but, you know, which is interesting to see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can be mean. If I wanted to be mean, I would be mean, but, and I'm only mean to people I think deserve it, which is probably not good, but also, like, I think most people are like this too. They just don't admit it or openly admit it. Yeah, I don't know. I like bubble wrap. It's nice. I don't have anything else to say. I really don't. I gotta clean my room though. I was waiting for somebody to call me. We were gonna call yesterday. They didn't call. We were gonna call today. We even talked about, hey, we're gonna call me when you're done with class. I'm like, okay. I was like, great, cool. And then they didn't call me. And then I called them twice, and they didn't answer. I'm assuming they went to bed. I'm not entirely sure. It's really not that big of a deal, but I guarantee you they're gonna call me tomorrow at like 5 or something o'clock. And I'm just like, I cannot answer. I'll be in class. I'm probably just gonna text them now and say, hey, we can talk, but you're gonna have to call me after this time, or else it's not gonna work. I gotta go into class tomorrow too and talk about. I've missed at least 3 classes for one class, and now, granted, the teacher isn't like anal about missing class or anything, but I don't like to miss class, and I haven't turned in an assignment that was due like almost 3 weeks ago now. And it's just like, I don't have like, I don't know, like, how to do the assignment specifically to where it's like, you do the same assignment 2 years in a row, but I think each teacher does it differently. So the only way I know how to do the assignment is from what happened last year. And since I've been missing class because of either client things or, like, me being sick, and, like, I shower at school, so it's like that, and so, I don't know, like, I gotta figure that shit out. There's only like a month and a half left, maybe. I got my ticket to go home. I'm taking the train, which is fantastically interesting because I've never done this before. I don't know how big a suitcase you can take. I don't know any of that shit. I just know that, like, I'm taking a train. I think I take the train to DC, and then from there, I think I go to Chicago. I'm not entirely sure how that works either. I gotta go to the fucking train station to figure that out, too. Maybe if I have time this week, I'll go. Who knows? Yeah. Also about the meanness thing, I feel like none of the... Not none of them. Let's see. Maybe it's some of them. I'm not entirely sure. But at least 1, 2, 3, 4 of the law students that we currently work with are not too fond of me for whatever reason. Which, I don't know. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But I think I've kind of reserved myself to be actually resting bitch face with them, because it's just like, well, if you don't like me and I don't like you, we're gonna go with that, and we're gonna work together throughout an entire semester, and you're gonna be uncomfortable, and I'm gonna enjoy making you uncomfortable, because you can't seemingly open your fucking mouth and say words. So, granted, I can't either, but I don't know. It's interesting. I guess the whole point is, it's very interesting to see how people, or who people end up opening up to, in terms of not even opening up, but just like figuring out, oh, hey, are you okay, or whatever? But yeah. Anyway, I gotta answer this call. They finally called, so have fun.